Hello everyone, Storm 11 here. Today we'll be taking a look into Major Winter Storm Kate here, that being bringing in a lot of snow for the Northeast here, possibly a bombing cyclone too. And let's go ahead and get started with my snowfall forecast here. And as you can see here, we're going to start from lowest to highest here. So we're going to start off as far southeast as around Tennessee and Kentucky. Um, as you can see here around Nashville area, Bowling Green, Knoxville, more than likely going to be a dusty to 1 inch of snow. If you go more into central Kentucky, that's 1 to 3 inches. Then if you go into Ohio, there are some areas showing 3 to 5 inches, and even some 5 to 8 inch range of snow as possible. That even extends over to around Niagara Falls too. There's even 8 to 12 range for around Rochester. There's 1 foot to 18 inches of snow, like Watertown. And there's also an 18 to 2 feet of snow here, anywhere from northern Maine for northern portions of Vermont, New Hampshire, and New York State. And yeah, this could be a lot of snow for quite a few people here, and there's going to be a lot of people affected by this here. Keep in mind, this is apparently people are still counting this as the same system as to bring in the snow to Texas and Oklahoma. I'm calling this the Northeast Edition here, and honestly, this should be two different storms, but it's actually two different storm systems here. It's just as all in one front, so they're gonna call this as Winter Storm K. So yeah, that's kind of my opinion on that. That's why I put Northeast Edition there. But let's go ahead and move on to some models here, and this is the NAM here. You know, So about 6 hours away from now, we do have some severe weather going on in the southeast there. Even some gusty winds there. We got a 992 millibar low there, which is a little bit of a strong low there. And you're going to see that start to deepen as it reaches further to the northeast. A new low pressure system should develop here. It should be showing two different low pressure systems, but it's only showing one. There's actually going to be two in there. There's going to be one up here. There's going to be one down here. And as you can see here, the secondary low pressure system should be somewhere down here. It's actually starting to give some snow for around Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama. And that should start to be on the increase up into Kentucky, even into West Virginia. And and it seems like models are kind of indicating it's pushing a little bit to the east there. If that's going to be the case, at least for the trends, my snowfall forecast, at least down around Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania, will also push eastward as well. You can start to see this low pressure system really starts to deepen at 981 millibars, then it starts to go down to 977, 974, 972, 971, and you can tell there is some heavy snow going on the north side of this low here. There could be some nasty sleet too, or freezing rain. Then another system actually kind of comes by here later on Saturday across the lower Ohio Valley into the lower Midwest. That could bring in some extra snows for those folks. Snowfall amounts from the not the Euro, the NAM here. You can see here, there's a nice swath of 18 inches of snow, even some areas showing picking up at 20 inches there. And you can see there's even a swath of 5 to 8 inches from like around Pennsylvania down to Ohio and West Virginia. And that's for the NAM model. We'll take a look into some other models here. This is the 3KM, so this is a little bit more high res. You see here showing some pockets down around the Smoky Mountains there. Snowfall amounts up to 10 inches there, which is quite a bit of snow, which we'll kind of zoom into some of those areas there so it could be easier to see, have a better look. You can see there's a pretty widespread 1 to 3 inches across Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky. Some of those higher elevations getting a lot of bit of snow, maybe possibly up to 1 foot in a few spots, like in West Virginia. Then it really starts to pick back up when it reaches into the interior Northeast, like New York State, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine. Can see a pretty good amount of snow there. And we'll take a look into the RGM. We'll also look into the HER. And here's the RGM here. This is similar to my forecast here a little bit. You can see here it's actually showing some higher amounts of snow across Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia and Pennsylvania there, with areas 5 to 8 inches in a few spots, or 3 to 5 inches across Kentucky. When you get up into the Northeast, this higher snowfall belts are a little bit further up to the north here. But again, there is some areas showing 20 inches of snow there, possibly. But those higher elevations could see more snow than that, and that is possible. Here's the HER model. Uh, Getting on to 12Z here, so we can get all the hours in. As you can see here, with a lot of snow building up into Canada, showing some areas up to 22 inches, or even nearing 2 feet of snow. And if we turn on to the radar here, wow, 967 millibars. That's a very strong low. Yeah, a very strong low. I don't think it's going to go that deep, in my opinion here. I don't know if we have winds on here. Yeah, we do, but it's not surface winds, so that's not what I want. We'll back this up here and kind of take a look into the southeast there for the severe weather. Which, uh, here, I'll show you guys the SPC in a little bit. Just gotta hope I do not forget. So this is what the Euro has for snowfall amounts here. You can see down around the lower Ohio Valley, general 1 to 3 inches there. I think some of those areas can see some higher amounts, especially in West Virginia. When you get up into New York State, there's even areas of 5 to 8, 8 to 12. And when you get up to Canada, there's even 18 to 2 feet of snow. So, and I think my forecast is going to verify pretty well with this forecast here, but again, it depends what the placement of the low is. I mean, if it goes further east, all these snowfall totals will go further east. If it goes further west, it'll go further west here. So, especially when you're on that very thin line, what I'm talking about here is this thin line right here. Yeah, that's going to be a very difficult area to forecast there. You can see how skinny those lines really do get when you're really close to the low pressure system there. So yeah, on that. And we'll take a look into the SPC outlook here. So here we go. Here's day one here. So you do have an enhanced risk for severe weather anywhere from central North Carolina, all the way back down to southeastern Alabama into the panhandle of Florida. It also includes places like Raleigh, Charlotte, Columbia, Charleston, Myrtle Beach, Savannah, Columbus, Dothan, Tallahassee. Does not include Atlanta in this enhanced risk, but it does include into the slight risk. That also counts as portions of like Virginia Beach, Orlando, and Tampa, Florida, and along with a margin of risk surrounding for those areas. The main threats would be there could be a few tornadoes there. We do have some active tornadoes warnings, not tornadoes, but warnings at this time here, at the time of making this video. There is one change though. They did upgrade the wind threat up to 45%, and that goes in for portions of Georgia, South Carolina, and the Panhandle of Florida. It does include places like Tallahassee, Savannah, Albany there. And there's no hail threat to this here. And we should not really have to worry about severe weather after that. But anyways, guys, this is all for you guys today on this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this major winter storm Kade update. If y'all did like this video, hit that like button. If you really do like my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you never miss an upload. If y'all guys got questions about this, you put in the comment section down below. Alright, you guys questions. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.